You guys get used to it. Chester does that a lot. Oh, hallelujah. Game's starting. I'm doing this as a road to Titanic on Glory when the full game comes out. Hello everyone. If you haven't already, like, comment and subscribe. I'm going to be doing this a lot now, doing Titanic VR gameplay. I'm going to do the sinking experience. I'll be calling this the road to Titanic Honor and Glory. The full game, that is. The Titanic Honor and Glory Alpha is just to show you what to expect, what to come. As my mum said in the other video. I was trying to think. Basically, it's not going to be the full game because you'll be limited to places you'll be going, as my mum said. She's not a developer of the game, but she's she is really helpful, and she has depression and anxiety. But it's not the full game, as MB Tube said to me himself. I come to Double O, will there be a full game eventually? He said, yeah, eventually, but it's not the full game. Well, to be honest, he has a point. Titanic on Glory Alpha is not the full game. There's more to see what of the ship you'll may be able to go to, but the point is, it's not the full game. There will be a full game at one point, eventually. We just don't know when the full game will be out. I have been checking on the internet when. On the website it's saying soon, TBA, which means to be announced, and soon. And the Titanic on Glory full game, I don't know when it'll be released, but you'll witness the entire sinking of the Titanic and witness the entire voyage from beginning to end. You'll witness the entire sinking like this, but on the Titanic on Glory game, you'll be able to walk the decks. This experience itself is about 15-16 minutes long, but you'll be able to witness the full thing on the Titanic Honor and Glory game.
He's only 16. He'll have to stay on board with the other men.
It's basically going to be the only way to knowing what the disaster was like, the Titanic disaster was like. It will show you what the inside of a ship would look like, and the boiler rooms and all sorts. This game's, the Titanic Honor and Glory game's going to be good. I'm calling this the road to Titanic Honor and Glory. Honor and Glory full game, and we don't know how the where the full on the story mode. We don't know how it starts. It might start with you got to get your belongings together. We're not so sure because they haven't really. Because James Pegg hasn't really said what kind of. He said he knows what storyline he wants to go for. He just doesn't know what type of. How do I put it? He doesn't. He knows what storyline he wants to go for. He just is trying to bring it out of his. Because he has got it in his mind. He has said that himself. Well, you know what I mean. If you watch the stream, he mentioned it. But we don't know when the full game will be out. I'm not so sure about it. It is going to be good. You'll be able to witness the entire sinking in the voyage. And now we're at the lifeboat. And now we're going down.
There, sweetheart.
You'll witness the entire sinking and the breakup of Titanic. It is going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. If you guys wondering why I'm jiggery, it's because I'm excited. I'll do that a lot. Oh, here we go. Here's some of the passengers. We don't know when the full game will be out, but when it does, you'll be relieved.
How do we get to the lifeboats?
Oh dear.
Do the steerage have their own boats?
I don't know. There should be boats in the third-class decks, but I haven't seen
We
any.
don't know when the
Surely
full
there
game
must
will
be
be
extra
out,
boats
but
kept elsewhere.
it takes
Otherwise,
time
how can all the passengers leave
to
the
create
ship?
something like
Where's
this.
your ankle, Helen?
Hang on.
Tumble boarding the boat.
Shut up! Shut up!
Oh dear. When we get back on board,
Shut up!
At least this could make an interesting story for your next.
You guys will get used to me saying that. The dogs were kicking off as always. As you would have heard it.
Father is safe. Surely he'd be safer on board
Um,
the Titanic than here in
It will show you what the ship will look like inside as you board it.
adventure that I was expecting.
But put it this way, you'll board the ship.
Steady forward.
I'm not a Titanic Honor and Glory expert, but I know you'll board the ship. And I do know that.
Together, men.
Hold off! I can't
I
manage this boat with
haven't
only one
said.
seaman.
Are there any
Well,
sailors aboard? Present
what is it? When the full game will be out. But I do know kind of when on Honor and Glory Alpha will be out. Of course, before this year, Honor and Glory Alpha will be out. But it's not the full game. I just want to mention that.
Swing over that loose rope.
You're just going to have to be patient and
Oh my
be
goodness.
patient and wait for the release of the full game. But when it is out, you'll be able to. It'll be available on
There, by the oar.
PS4, I reckon, but I could be wrong. Something like that, anyway.
It's so dreadfully cold tonight.
Almost there.
It'll be totally worth it. Hang on a minute.
Morning. Be glad you're in here and not up there.
My what an unpleasant.
It's gonna be an amazing
Was
game.
lovely this morning.
It'll be showing.
How nice the
It'll be showing you what the disaster was
Yes,
like
this is
on
his
the
last journey
Titanic.
commanding a ship.
You'll be a
Such
passenger in the
beautiful ship to
Titanic
retire.
as when you're playing Titanic
There
Honor
was
and
a
Glory,
planned lifeboat during
the
this
full
morning.
game.
The postponed
But
it
like
so
I
the
said,
captain
I
could
don't
attend
know.
mass instead.
I don't think anybody's sure when the full game will be out.
Seemed almost unprepared when lowering
The Titanic Honor and Glory Alpha will be out by Q4 this year. It could be December, it could be October, November, they haven't really said. But they said it was Q4 this year, at the end of the year.
Mommy, I'm scared.
But it'll be amazing, totally worth,
Get ready to
it's, gonna,
release
it's
the
totally
ropes.
worth the wait. It's one of those things you just have to be patient. Because if you rush it, it won't end up right.
Get that plug in! The
They're
boat's
sorting all the
offender.
problems, the glitches,
You there!
the
Stand on that
anything
plug.
like
Make sure it
that,
doesn't
any
come
sort
out.
of problems like that. So I
Man the oars.
wouldn't
We
like
need to
rush
leave
it.
this
'Cause you
ship.
can't rush
Some
these
sort
things.
will
Like
pull
I
us
said,
under.
it takes an awful lot of time and effort to create something like this right in front of you,
Hurry, damn
like
you.
Where are we heading?
right in
All
front
the
of your
lights on the
faces.
horizon.
It
Just
creates a
like
lot of time to create something like this. You can't exactly
Pull,
rush
put your backs
it.
into it.
Don't want
can
every
help you.
detail,
No,
every sort
Men will
of detail done
I can see the
correctly,
rudder, so
done right.
no,
In other
you
words.
will not. Sit
So
down.
it is going to be totally worth the wait, as you'll be able to board that beautiful ship right in front,
You won't mind.
right in front of your faces,
Would you like to hold
and witness the entire thing.
He's so soft.
Oh, this is how I put it.
him for me?
This is showing you what it would have been like
Yes, Mum.
of disaster. But you, on this, you only witnessed the.
No, it was good.
They had to shorten it because of the limited time or time they had left.
I'm sure we will be
Done
back
on the-
deck shortly.
Something like that,
Never
anyway.
mind that sailor.
And what if there was
And
real danger?
Honor Glory Alpha is going to be good. I totally reckon. When it eventually gets released, it will be Q4 this year.
On the horizon. And no moonlight.
And what I'm looking forward to is being able to walk the decks of the Titanic, which is something that Adventure Out of Time wouldn't have let you.
Much better. Thank you. Let's hope they see us.
It looks like
That's
some
something
boats
we
don't
can
have
all
their
agree
lanterns
with.
yet.
Something on
And all the
something
stars.
Adventure Out of Time wouldn't have let you like walk
Look at them
the
all
decks.
round.
But
Are there any
Titanic
spies
Honor
on
and
this boat?
Glory will
There's nothing.
let you
No
walk the
water,
decks
no
of the
bread, no
Titanic.
compass.
Any
Inside
blankets?
of it, on the decks, you
I
get the
don't
idea.
see any.
There are
As
Yes, some here too.
as the team have done a lot of
Stowaway.
modelling streams quite recently in the past week or two,
So sorry, I can't swim. I
and if you want to go and watch them, I
Get
totally
over there and
recommend
start
it.
rowing.
You can watch the repeats if you want. If you want to check them out, check out Titanic Honor and Glory. I totally recommend them. They're absolutely fantastic. They're doing an absolute amazing job creating the ship. There's still areas of the ship that need to create.
Here you are,
As I
madam.
think, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, I think what Matthew DeWinkler is creating a man is the restaurant pantry. If I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong. We'd really appreciate it.
Best we keep that
But the
baby
game is,
warm.
it takes
You
time
warm enough,
to
Emily?
Yes, Mum.
like create
Such a
like
precious
shit
child.
They are always
like
so
this.
at that age.
Do you have children
You can't
yourself?
exactly
Yes,
rush
my
it.
daughter is at our home in New York.
I wonder if the others made it to the boats.
It takes time.
The boats
A lot.
must be all in the water by now.
Do you
It
have
takes an
family?
awful lot of time to,
Our colleagues in the
as I've said
We
over
were
and
allowed to go
over.
up to the boats, but the men are being held in the second-class dining
You would
hall.
want every detail to be
Why
right.
aren't they allowed up to the boats?
Everything
They
to
have
be
wait
done
until all
right.
the
The
passengers have
storyline,
left the ship.
the rooms, every detail possible to be done correctly.
Oh, I hope so. The ship is listing quite badly now.
So it's going to be something magical.
Perhaps they're just
I'm
reflections
looking forward to when the game
underwater.
eventually gets released.
They're definitely lights from another ship.
There has
It was
been
signalling them
Titanic
earlier.
games out there. This one,
Keep
and
rowing
there's this
towards the
one.
lights. Captain's
It is
orders.
amazing, but it's got a lot of
Rowing.
glitches and crashes.
Allow one of the women to steer the
I
boat.
don't know if it's crashed on me a
perfectly
few
planned
times,
You
but
row, sir. I will remain in command.
but
of
it
this
is
boat.
worth it. It's mainly
Women should
based
get
on the
round
wreck
to row.
more than anything.
Rowing will keep us
And the
warm we'll
Titanic
reach the ship
Honor
at
and Glory
time.
game will be based on real life events.
I am in charge of this boat. The women are not to row.
It's this game
Oh
event.
my.
This game's amazing.
Look at the angle of our ship.
But it's unsinkable. Surely?
She'll sink.
But the watertight doors should keep her
The
afloat.
Titanic Honor and Glory game. I'm so looking forward to it.
Surely she
Basically, I'm being
You
patient.
found her. It's just a
I've
matter
been
of time.
patiently
Why are
waiting.
those not in lifeboats?
I think the first time I heard of it was what, a couple of years or so ago. I came across their channel, thought, oh, this channel sounds interesting, so I went and checked it out, saw a bunch of their videos, and then that's when I kind of had a sense that the Titanic Honor and Glory game was in development. But now it's been in development for what, I would say about 9-10 years now. It's gonna be worth the wait. I've been patiently waiting. Like some people have been asking why it's gonna be, if it's gonna be on console. That's one of their goals. I wouldn't like say straight away, but it will be eventually. At some point of the stage. You'll know because they'll probably announce it, I don't know when. You'll have to wait on that one. And I don't know what their plans are, but they want it to be out. They're releasing Titanic Honor and Glory Alpha just to get the game out there. But it's not the full game. I want to mention that. I know for sure it's not the full game. There will be a full game eventually. So don't worry about it. Don't get yourself into a panic. I've done that. You do not want to get yourself into a panic. Where's the full game coming out? Where's the full game coming out? Because it doesn't, like,
His orders were clear. We head towards that
it
ship.
don't really do you no good. Just put yourself into a panic. Just
There go the boys.
you have to be patient. Plus, I've got me my wrestling training to focus on because I'm a wrestling trainee now. I have been for 3 years. I'm soon to make my wrestling debut. I haven't made it yet, but I was supposed to by now. But I've been patiently waiting for this Titanic Honor and Glory game. Plus my debut on the wrestling circuit. I don't know if it's going to be on one of their shows or on the Unit 10. I don't really know. All I know is that I will wrestle eventually.
Yes, Father,
So,
deliver us from evil.
So I wouldn't rush it, put yourself into a panic, 'cause it's not going to do you any good. Literally.
We must go back.
No, if we go back, they will swamp the boat.
It's going to do you no good, putting yourself into a panic.
Our lives now, not theirs.
You cannot leave that.
So, it's going to be worth
There are a
it.
lot of sticks.
I'm not saying it ain't, it's going to be worth the wait.
Going back. That's fine.
So I wouldn't,
I
like,
hope
rush
you're
it, 'cause it
able
ain't
to
going to
live
do you no
with
good.
yourself after this.
So be patient.
Go, Daddy.
Eventually they'll announce it some sort of way about the full game being released. So yeah, it's about this has been a video about Titanic Honor and Glory mainly. letting you guys know the full game will be released eventually. The Titanic Golden Glory Alphas, that's not the full game, but it's just to get the game out there. But the full game will be released eventually, so don't for any means worry. Don't put yourself into a panic, 'cause it's not going to do you any good. Literally. It's not going to do you any good just putting yourself into a panic. When's the game going to get released? But it will be released eventually. It's just it takes time creating like Titanic and the rooms. The reason why it's taken them so long because there's only 10 members of the team, which is why it's taken them so long just to create the ship. There's not. So I thought I'd let you know. Don't put yourself into a panic, 'cause it ain't gonna do you no good. So the Titanic Golden Glory game will be released eventually. Don't put yourself into a panic. It does you no flaming good. Just want to let you know, but don't worry, it will get released at some point of stage. Don't put yourself into a panic. I'm just saying this again just to get out there. Don't put yourself into a panic, because literally it does you no good. Just putting yourself into a panic about it, like saying, when's the game going to get released? If so, is it going to be on console? Because these things take time. Literally, they take time just to. So it will be released eventually. I just want to put that there. So if you want to go and check them out on YouTube, I totally recommend it. Check them out at Titanic, Honor and Glory. They're still mainly, I would say, creating the ship. They said in one of their streams, before the modelling streams, they're 30% of the way done. So I would say, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I would say that it's less than that now. It's got to be, to think about it. So, hello, Boo. That's my mum's dog, who's wondering who that barking is. So, yeah, thought I'd let you know. I will be playing this as a Road to Titanic Golden Glory series as well. I don't know how long the series is going to be, but I'll be doing this to let you guys know the game will kind of. I can't give you hope about the Titanic Golden Glory game, the full game getting released. It's like I said during this video, it will get released. It's just going to take a lot of time. I don't know how to put it, but you know, I hope you get what I mean. So it takes time just to create a ship in general. They've been doing it for 9-10 years now, if I'm right. I think it was 2012 they started creating the game. If you want to go and play the demos, if you haven't already, I could totally recommend it. There's Demo 1, 2 and 3. Demo 3 is VR compatible as well, so you'll need an Oculus Rift headset as well. The Titanic Golden Glory Demo 3, you can play it in ordinary as your guys version, the standard version, or you can play it as the VR version. It's entirely up to you. But when you're playing it in VR, it'll be a whole different experience. It'll be like you're actually there at Titanic, just walking the decks of the ship. You're limited to what spaces to go to, but it's going to be a totally amazing experience in Honor and Glory Alpha. So don't worry, the game will get released eventually. When the time comes, the full game getting released. They'll let you know in some sort of way. I don't know how, but you'll know. They have said they don't know when the full game's going to get released. Not so sure kind of thing. If that's something like that, I'm not 100% sure if I'm just trying to think on the bright side, the truth side, that's all. So don't worry, the full game of Titanic Golden Glory Alpha will be released eventually. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and yeah, yes, this has been a video with Connor Moses, Titanic Fans World. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Peace out.